Okay. Right. Okay, let's see. This is me. All right. Seems a little. Maybe that's. Oh. No, that's better. I don't know. This seems a little weird. I think I moved this chat over last time or something. I don't know. See if I'm. Does it look like I'm? It does look like I'm reading it if it's there. Okay. So I need to shift this way then. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's weird, but better. Okay, hey everybody. Yeah, I'm trying to make it look so that when I look, I don't know if it's working though. Okay. I think I have it on the wrong side. I'm trying to make it look like they do on the TV, where it looks like I'm looking at it, but no, I'm clearly not looking at it if I'm. Wait, no, I am going to be looking at it. If I read it there, then I am going to be. Okay, gotcha. So I'll just read it from the computer. Okay, which is what I do anyway. All right, perfect. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, hey everybody. Sorry I'm being a dork. I don't know if you've ever had. Okay, I am. All right, wait. Yeah, I am. Okay. Kelly's here. Sweet. Hey Jackie. Hey Rita. Jennifer. I think I saw Carla. I think I saw Claire. It's not a big deal at all, but my Lindsay. Mimi, I think, is Prunella. Shelly, Shayna looks like she's here. So, not a big deal to you guys. Not going to hurt the class at all. But my chat is not integrating the way it normally does, and so if I'm delayed on responding to it, it's not where it usually is. And never mind talking computers dorkery. Okay, sweet. So we'll welcome everybody. So let me get a couple of big news items here for me in the stream and you guys. So things are kind of in flux, and so I went back and I was looking at this the sort of statistics of the classes, and to my surprise, the Monday class was actually like usually the Thursday class actually did better in numbers than the Monday class, which I think would be a switch. And since it's mostly the same people watching, I think it's probably related more to schedules, but it could be the classes too. I don't know. And so basically here's what's happening. I need to shift the schedule so that I am only teaching a hoop class online like this one night a week, and then I want to do a Saturday class. So I definitely want to do the Saturday class, and I want to do this class on one night of the week. Looking at my personal life and all these other things, I am wondering if Wednesday night would work for you guys. Same time, everything would be the same, it just would shift to Wednesday night. The Tuesday night class actually didn't do that bad when I did the Tuesday, because we were in solidarity with the labor movement. So if the Wednesday class will work for you guys, I'm going to be putting a poll up on my YouTube. I don't expect more than like 10 people to respond, but it's even if it's like a replay if you're watching always on replay, but somehow my changing to Wednesday would affect you, let me know that. But I think what I'm going to do is do a Wednesday night class and then do a Saturday. And I got oh no, damn. Shucks. Okay. Shit. Carla, could you do Tuesdays? Oh, okay. Okay, well, all right, so let's let's think about Tuesday. Okay, all right, yeah, let's could people do Tuesday? That's where we'll just move the bidding around. Worst case scenario, maybe we'll just, we'll just try to keep it the way it's been going. But um, I may not have a choice in the matter. Okay, if you can do Tuesday, Tuesday is the new option. Um, Damn. Well, this may be impossible to hit. Yeah, yeah. No, no, I get it. Yeah, yeah, I'm changing. Okay. Yeah. No, Carla, it would. I don't know. I mean, if Carla, if there's any way I can not do this on Wednesday to not conflict, you've been such a awesome friend and member. Okay. Yeah, so obviously I'm not going to be able to hit everybody's request here, but the Saturday I got so much pushback on an early start. Yeah, I know. Thanks, Ann. Welcome, Lolly. Um, the Saturday class I think is going to have a 1 o'clock start because I didn't realize we had so many like non-morning people in the tribe here. So and then that would give the West Coast a chance to potentially participate. So I think it's going to be 12 or 1. If you have feedback about that, let me know that too. I'm leaning towards 1, but it's going to be noon or 1. It can't be later for me. And I don't know if there's any point doing it earlier because everybody basically flipped me off when I suggested that we do it before 11. Okay, sweet, Shelley. Okay. All right, so let's get into class now that we got the business part over with. So this is a. Okay, sweet. Yeah, and y'all feel free to keep commenting. It, it's obvious I'm not going to get like a unanimous, perfect rescheduled time, but I I do want to like see what's happening here. Yeah, yeah. Well, clearly, Mimi, I didn't realize we were in the same clear. Like, you should go back and watch last week or the last class when I brought up having it in the morning. I mean, that was an immediately no, which I'm totally cool with. I hate mornings. Obviously, I think everybody knows that about me. All right, so I want to. Yeah. Okay. So that would be 12. Okay. So Kelly is making a vote for 12 New York City time, I think. And okay, cool. Yeah. And the I know that the totally, I understand. Okay, so I don't want to get too sidetracked. I'm by myself tonight in the Flow Kitchen. It's already 17 after, but I really am glad we had a chance to discuss that. So I would say that the chances of moving to a Tuesday night are very good. And I am no matter what, we're going to do the Saturday class, and it's going to replace something, right? Because I don't want to teach 2 nights a week anymore. I want to move it to one day and one night. Okay, so let's get going. Oh, okay. I didn't really set up the class though, did I? Okay, so this is a Darsha class, which basically means a blindfolded flow class. I don't know how these translate online. Thank you for joining. I'm going to get right into it. I know we're kind of running late here. It's pretty much at this level, like on a Monday night level, like which used to be my advanced class. A Darsha class was really just like a blindfolded flow class. But I'm going to give you. I know some of you haven't ever even shared a room with me, a physical room with me. So I'll try to give you some idea about what this looks like. But basically, through the character of Darsha the Open-Handed, who, for all you really need to know about her to really jump into the story, is just that she was born blind. She had lots and lots and lots of red hair, and her mother loved her dearly. And her mother passes away when Darsha is about 3 years old, and the Maidan, are brought to the village to basically deal with the recent passing. The Maidan were like kind of like clergy in some ways. Like they were brought in these sort of crisis moments, like clergy, social worker, that sort of vibe. So they're brought in, and they see little Darsha, who's just been orphaned. Her mom is no longer there, and they just see her holding her little hands up in the air, and this wind blowing her, big curly, beautiful red hair, this adorable little 3-year-old, and all the villagers are watching her, and they are just like, she's just like this little girl just looks like she's petting the wind, like that it's a little kitten that she's found, and she's petting it, and as she's doing that, the wind like changes, and my Dan began to believe that Darsha is moving like the breeze with her hands. And so they basically tell the elders, they said, she's one of us, and they immediately claim up Darsha, and she becomes one of the most important Maidan, and that's really all you need to know. She's just born blind. She dances with the wind. Okay. I've got a playlist on SoundCloud for this class, but we're going to start with a silent sway. So I invite you to close your eyes, or even go so far as to wear a blindfold. And after you've got it on, and after you feel settled in, to just begin to move with your eyes closed. Once your body and mind start to get used to your eyes being closed, allow your movement to just be as organic as it can. Audible breath in. So Darsha would travel and go on these really long walks. And very often she would pick up, really, there's no other word for it, she would just pick up followers. People would find her dancing with the wind and the things that she would say after her meditations to be so powerful that she had a following. She was easily the most popular Maidan. And in one of the kingdoms that she traveled into, the king became very jealous, and he put Darsha in a small, tiny prison cell, deep within the walls of a gigantic castle. And the king boasted that Darsha couldn't dance with any wind now. And even though Darsha was scared, she begins to take these big breaths in and out. In. And as she takes these big breaths in and releases them and moves, she feels herself dancing with the wind again. Audible breath in. open, open. Okay. All right, so we're going to keep moving with our blindfold if you're feeling comfortable. I love this track so much. Audible breath in. If you are like me and you like to take rides and characters of stories, if you're like me and you like to step into the vehicle of that hero of the book or that hero of the movie, to move as they would move or to think like they would think, then the vehicle of Dasha is one of incredibly, almost supernatural sense of touch. Dasha's sense of touch was so strong that she felt like she could touch a mood in a room. So as you move and relax and open tonight, imagine yourself as having this supernatural sense of touch. Okay. All right. Water break. Okay. All right, so for our next blindfold experience. Let's see, where am I? Yeah, actually, I'll just stay out here. For next blindfold experience, I thought we would just work with something, completely unscary, like samurai contact. I think one of the things that the blindfold helps you do, or it seems to help people do, because I used to use it as a tool in workshops, and I know not everybody digs it, right? It's meant to help you. It's meant to help you. And so, like, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. We're cool. We can still share space. But what I noticed it would do was the blindfold very often would either lead someone to a new inspiration, or it would help them polish something that they were already doing. And I'll never forget the first time, like when I was, this was way, many years after the smear came out, but I was trying to teach I was talking about the smear, and I was talking about it in this way that I just assumed everybody knew it and knew how to do it, and they didn't. And suddenly I struggled to help everybody get it, and they didn't finally really get the smear and the smoothness until they went blindfolded. And so for this next song, I'm going to invite you to do smeary, contacty, gooey, samurai type things blindfolded. Oh, thanks, John. And there is one more very, very important aspect of Darsha. She had no bitterness towards the sighted. If anything, she would talk about feeling a pity for them. She would say, "I only know how it feels when I dance." And she would giggle. And I think that's one of my favorite things about Darsha's character. That aspect of her vehicle for me, imagining all of the self-consciousness that she doesn't have to deal with. All the hang-ups we have. Because we're seen. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. I feel pretty free in the way I move now, but it took a long, liberating process to get here. Darsha was able to just skip the whole journey. She only knew how her body felt to move. She only knew how it felt to move with others. Audible breath in. All right. Okay, you can lift your blindfold up if you're doing this with me, you know, as I am. You can lift your blindfold up. If it's making you feel dizzy, that's fine. Oh, sorry. Let's go back to, actually, let's just go to here, because, let's see. That's how, measures 2, if you see anything. Wait, now, okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. Sway is, okay, so sometimes on the HD version you can see on at the very bottom there it says sway, and over in the right hand corner you'll see it equals freeform movement sessions. So that's what we do in the mornings, or in the mornings, in the beginning of the class. Oh, nice. I love blindfolded sway outside. So sway is just, and it just means moving any way you want to, any way you want to. Like it can be big. It could, like in your personal practice, sometimes it's 30 seconds long, sometimes it's 30 minutes long, sometimes it's not there at all. But like it helps me find the zone, and I love being outside and doing a blindfolded sway. But just to be clear, it's called sway because when I first started teaching it, the only way I could get like my introverted students to start moving in front of me was to pick a very simple rhythm like swaying. But then I realized, you know, that I mean, it was easily, you know, my Dan inspired. I mean, tree sway. I mean, it's just so easy to think of, you know, and with this Darsha movement, like she begins to, you know, like as she's moving, she's feeling the wind, and you can imagine, like, you know, in a sci-fi or a mystical way that she's moving the wind around. And one way that you can really open up like how you experience your body is and we've done this before, it's a Darsha meditation. But we're not going to do a whole one right now, but if you close your eyes or lower your blindfold just for a second and you move your hands fast enough that you can feel wind on them, however fast that takes. And then once you feel the wind on them, you'll keep moving them. And it's like almost like your awareness just begins to sort of glow in your hands. And then you'll be able to slow your hands and yet still feel as though you can feel the texture of the air. And then if you can't feel it, just start to move again. That's a Darshan meditation. Yeah, no, you didn't. Yeah, no, and please, everybody, ask questions. That's awesome. Believe it or not, I am really trying. I want to grow this as much as I want it to continue. So I don't want anyone to feel like they missed something. All right, so let's go to back to our blindfolds. And again, this is a sort of a blind flow class. When I'm blindfolded, when I'm sighted, I see everything, and you know, I can tell exactly how big the space is that I'm in. When I'm without my sight, the only way I know how big a space is or what it is to feel it, and to, you know, feel myself sort of move around in that. And then that's telling my mind, like, okay, we're cool here. We're cool here. There's nothing here. Nothing's about to happen here. And so what I invite you to do now is you can use any technique you want to, but I'm going to use samurai, and I'm going to focus on my offhand with contact, and I'm going to try to just feel my space around me, and then hopefully that exploration of feeling the space will help me explore my own range of motion. I love this track, so I'm going to start it over. All right. Blindfolded, exploring your range of motion. I will, if you feel lost on this, I'll demonstrate just for a few seconds. So I'm keeping my eyes closed underneath the blindfold, and all I'm seeing is total blackness. And I'm giving my body a chance to understand where it's at and how much room it has. I love this track. Blindfolded folding can really, I know that's a lot to say, but folding while blindfolded can really help you feel your folds. And contact folds, gooey folds, just feel so good blindfolded. I absolutely love the character of Dasha. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. Okay. I love that track so much. I should have kept going. But I want to give you a chance to hear different beats and try try and be in blindfold with it. And I don't want to break the flow up too much from one track to the other. But I wanted to invite you. Here we go. I wanted to invite you guys. Oh, thanks. I'll put the playlist link up right after this. I want to invite you guys to kind of like tip. What the hell? I don't know what I did, but somehow. All right. All right. Anyway, oh, I wanted to invite you to to try techniques that you wouldn't normally think to do blindfolded, and one of them, I mean, core hooping is definitely where we're headed on the next. I have no idea what the f is going on with my camera. It keeps switching off. Okay. Um, so what I thought we'd do is do blindfolded vertical, or invite you to do blindfolded vertical stuff or blindfolded horizontal stuff. I'll show you. Um, my first invitation would be to try something blindfolded if you feel like you're in a safe enough space to try. We're going to do blind core next. So we're going to do one song of this, and then the next exercise after this one is going to be core. Um, But what I invite you to do is close your eyes or wear your blindfold and try like simple things like either weaves or rolls. If you've never done them blindfolded, you can even do like kind of do tosses. They're not going to be, as slick. I'll bring the music up. I don't want to talk too much. Yeah, core is coming next, I promise. So I'm gonna drop my blindfold, but you can close your eyes if you want. And sometimes a blindfold, or if vertical rolling isn't your thing, or you have super low ceilings, you can try movements like this. You can do some good old-fashioned horizontal rolling. But you'll be surprised what we're really getting at here, or what I'm really trying to lead you into, is that you might be more badass than you think, and you might be leaning on your sight more than you actually need to, and heightening your other senses, especially touch, might be the difference in like it feeling kind of wonky to you and it feeling good to you. Okay. Okay, I really hope that this next song, I'm worried it might be too slow for the exercise, but we're going to try to do this exercise. I recommend, all right, I hope the song, I might have to veto this song once we get going. I thought that when I was listening to it earlier today in hooping, I forgot that I had sort of not gone where, yeah, all right, anyway, let's try it. Okay, all right, we're going to go for it. Working on chest rolls blindfolded. Nice, Rita. Nice. So the Maidan really didn't feel like it was necessary, but Darsha had heard them talk about two birds. She didn't really understand two birds, and like, because she had never seen a bird. She had pet them, but it was hard to imagine like that thing she was petting. She could feel its wings flutter, and so the Maidan take her, and they, I think I talked about this in another class, but they tie kites to her little tiny hands, and they release the kites, and she can't see them, but they are, tugging against her little hands, these little kites, on one kite on each hand. And Dasha begins to dance with the wind in this different way. She was used to like petting it, but now there's this like third relationship to it. And that is how Dasha learned two birds. So I'm on the wrong camera. So what we're going to do for this exercise, it's a little slow. It's got a narrative to it, but we're going to do blindfolded waist hooping and trying to feel our hands, kind of like Dasha might have. It's got a narrative. It does build. It might be a little slow. Hopefully it's not. Yeah.
I was
Nice, Jennifer. I know that feeling. I love being in point.
I was in the Mid-America Motel in Salina, Kansas, and I took some LSD that turned out to be considerably more than I thought I was taking. So much that I thought I was going to die. So I started to run out of the hotel room to call for help. I was naked, and I got to the door, and I imagined what would happen next when I went outside that door. That the naked old man in room 125 is crazy, and it's Thorazine and all that, and I decided there must be easier ways to die than that. So I decided to stay in the room. I sat down in front of the television set, which I had on, but the volume off, and I had a picture of my guru in the center of it so that it was all coming out of his head. And I said to him, "Please let me die. I think I'm ready to die." And I decided they'd find me the next day, and it would be interesting. I mean, they just find this guy. And I had all these questions I would ask of the universe written all over the room so that my mind would fall on a question. And I thought that it's an interesting way to go. It's like Krapp's Last Tape, So I kept asking to die, and I watched that my mind kept slowing down and slowing down and slowing down and slowing down until pretty soon I saw each thought arise, exist, and pass away. The next thought arise, exist, pass away. And then I saw there was a space between each thought. It was getting bigger and bigger as my mind penetrated more deeply. And then I went into the space between two thoughts. And there was a break in consciousness, and I wasn't. And then the next moment, I thought, well, in that case, I can be anything I want. And I came back. And then I started to recreate the universe after that. I started to see the entire universe out here and all the suffering in the world. And it was like a vast ocean of suffering. And it was like they were all my children, all of it, all of it. And I started to reach out for it. and I started to gag. It was like I was retching. It was like, oh, and it was like I couldn't handle absorbing it all into myself, and yet I knew that's what I was doing, was taking everything into myself. And I came back from that. And then I started to recreate the universe after that. And I came back from that. And then I started to recreate the universe after that. And then I went into the space between two thoughts. And then the next moment, I thought, well, in that case, I can be anything I want. And I came back from that. I started to recreate the universe after that.
Arm breath in. When you're core hooping blindfolded, you can really feel the path of contact going around. And honing in on the path rather than the projection of what the hoop must look like, you're focused on the contact that it's making.
Like they were all my children, all of them, all of them. It was like I couldn't handle absorbing it all into myself, and yet I knew that's what I was doing, is taking everything into myself. And I started to reach out for it. Well, in that case, I can be anything I want.
If you haven't tried it already, second current, the blindfold can really, really help you with second current.
Back from that. It was like I couldn't handle
actually, one of the things that the blindfold really helped me with was stalls.
Taking everything into myself. And then I went into the space between two thoughts. And then the next moment, I thought, well, in that case, I can be anything I want.
Okay. All right, I will go ahead and admit that that was a challenging core hoop song, especially if you haven't been core hooping that long. It's but I had a great hoop during it. I hope some of you did, maybe. Okay. All right, so where are we at on time? Okay, we're doing pretty good on time. All right, so I think you did leg hooping during that. Nice. Nice. Anybody else have a... anybody else have a feedbacks that they want to give? Okay. Yeah, this next track is kind of funky, and I thought that we would just sort of
play with it, I was going to suggest that we do like brakes and paddles or something kind of aggressive to it, or not aggressive, but you'll know what I mean. Something, fast, but brakes and paddles blindfolded definitely, and lifts, and every time you, nice, sweet. Shelly said she did from legs to chest, nice. But brakes and paddles blindfolded can really help you like feel it instead of look for it, and sometimes that's the reason you're playing wonks is you're not quite like all of us. You're not quite feeling it. Jennifer, I hope that I don't ruin that vibe with this next track. I don't think this next track is too bad, but it's definitely a different type of track. But yeah, that was Richard Alpert. That was. I would love if I could go back in time and talk to anybody. I would love to meet late '80s Richard Alpert, Ram Dass. Okay, here we go. All right, so we're gonna do blindfolded. Actually, this may not be the track I thought it was. Oh wait, no, that's not the track I thought it was. Okay, I like that track. This is the one I'm not so sure. Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry, y'all. I'm having a conversation with myself. Let's try one kind of crazy one here, and then we're gonna put in some super chill stuff. But I just want to try. Okay. I don't think we're gonna do a very long exercise of this. I changed my mind, but. I'll do show you blindfolded. Once you go blindfolded, everything, your lifts, your brakes, all of it, you really start to realize that your body has known the whole time how to do a brake. And your eyes were helpful in the beginning, but they become less and less necessary. And even if your blindfolded brakes don't look as good as your regular brakes do, they're fun to play with, and they can really help you like get that polished time in so your brakes get really tight and crisp and flat. Okay, this all right, this isn't as crazy as I thought it was. This is good. Paddling blindfolded is fun. Doing pinch brakes blindfolded. They're fun. Okay, well. Okay. Okay, yeah, no, we're almost out of time here. Yeah, you know, it's funny, Frugal Kitten, like, I don't know if Mimi's still watching, but she might know the answer to this. I think it's Augustine, because he was just so prolific, but one of those guys said that the question springs from the ground in which the answer is buried. That the question springs from the ground in which the answer is buried. And so I'm pretty sure, Frugal Kitten, that you are a badass, or you wouldn't have thought to ask the question. It wouldn't even have occurred to you to ask, because it's inside and it wants you to acknowledge it. I'm being poetic, and I hope that's fun. All right, we'll just move into some music and call it a night. I'm going to stay blindfolded because I'm loving it. But do as you wish. And yeah, so not to harp on this, but I'm going to be putting a poll on my YouTube channel. I don't know how that shows up. I don't know what that looks like. If you're subscribed and you hit the bell, you'll probably get it. This is not an effort to raise membership or whatever, but that is the best way. But I'll put a poll on there, and if you have a voice, if you have an opinion, share it. It is looking like we're going to do Tuesday night and then Saturday, and we're going right now. The debate seems to be more on 12 versus 1 East Coast time, New York City time. I think that's GMT -4 because we're not in daylight savings anymore, but I'm not positive. I don't know, but it's going to be soonish. It will be soonish, but I don't know for sure. You know, and y'all know me. I announce shit and then it doesn't go through. But this definitely we're going to one night a week, wherever that night lies. I'm still not sure. All right. Thank you, everybody. 12 works for me. Actually, 12 East Coast time on Saturdays is actually the best for me. But everybody vote. You know, we're not going to be able to hit everybody's requests. I just know that from, 20 years of planning retreats. You never find the perfect weekend. Good night, everybody. Or not good night, but I'm going to free hoop, and I hope you have a great night. I will also post the playlist right now.
Mysticism and sensuality.
All right, that's the playlist if you guys want to watch it. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm gonna hoop. Have a great night.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Shelley. Thank you, Lindsay, Claire, Carla, Lolly, everyone who's stuck by. Thank you. Frugal. You're very welcome.